finished the turtle from DIY Fluffies. I believe yesterday. No. Friday. Friday. It was Friday, I believe. I finished it off camera, and I made these dragon scale gloves from Yarnivore on Ravelry, and they fit. So I made those off camera, and now I started a bunny from Pinterest, and it's a Dutch pattern, Mark het konijn, and it's looking like the head shape. So that's what I'm going to continue to crochet, and I hope I can finish the head today, but it might be tomorrow. I don't know. To film more. I did a lot of editing this week, so that's good, and I uploaded a new video today. It's starting to get into my routine to upload on Sunday. I do not know if I am able to also make a second video every week on Friday. I don't know if that's possible, but once a week I will be posting at least a video about crochet, and I hope you enjoy the videos and crochet, of course. I put the leaves on Venusaur. And now I can start on making the face with felt and a little bit of crocheting. So that's also on, well, what I want to do next week. I also want to make another pair of dragon scale gloves, because I still have enough yarn for that to do. And I had another project, a little frog. I found a new pattern online. I have to look up who made it, and I also want to make a little frog from leftover yarn, and I hope that the yarn from the turtle will be gone and I can continue with other left scrap leftover yarn, scrap yarn. I also use tiny bits of scrap yarn or little bits of yarn for stuffing in my amigurumis. I believe it's a little bottle. It's full with yarn, and I hope to be able to get all of it out in this bunny. The shaping of the head, the color change was quite challenging. I couldn't film it either, but the shaping on the head, it's looking quite good, like it's on the pattern. But I used a different technique than I normally use, so it took a lot of time to figure it out how it's taking the shape I wanted. So yeah, it was challenging, yeah, but it was fun, yeah. So when you learn, it's always fun when things come out how you want them to be. You can also see I removed some of the Eeveelutions because I bought the felt. Those are in the storage room, so I can finish them off. This space will change sometimes. I use it, so it will be updated. I forgot a cup of tea. Oh no. Well, we'll have it after I'm done filming. For this project, I'm using Amy, and I believe it's cotton, polyester. I believe it doesn't change color. Washable, maybe. I don't like putting my creations in the washing machine, so no. But it's a light brown and a white. It's 2.5. 2.5, 3.5, and I'm using a 2mm hook. make it more very clean and good looking. Yes. I might do some editing tonight before I go to bed. I hope to finish one video today, or at least make a double check on how it's looking. I do a trash round and a second round to check if everything is going smooth, and a final check. So that's how I still have to figure out editing with speaking and how it's been edited. I hope it will be going smooth. But it will, I will have to see how things go. To use this yarn for designing my patterns, but I'm not sure yet because the yarn I'm using for designing, it's starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller, so I have to figure out a way, because the shop where I buy it doesn't always have the yarn I need, so I have to improvise the designing with the size yarn. But it's very important to have a consistent yarn, so I will have to figure something out. But crochet is always testing and testing and testing and experimenting. To update Notion for next week from which projects I'm going to do next, because I work in sections of 3, and then when I'm at 3rd I make a new section of 3, and so I continue. I didn't know that I would finish a 5th pattern yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes, it was yesterday. I finished a 5th pattern of a cat. Every pattern I make still has to be tested and checked and on mistakes and if it works. I hope that it will get started and I can share my patterns with other people. So that's also this week. I believe my 6th pattern I made was a shuttle, a tiny one, but I don't remember much of the pattern. We'll see how that's one, if that's one for other people or that I scrap it, but I have to wait for that. First I have this project, and yeah, then I have to check on new projects and old projects on the go, and yeah, choose which ones will be next. I have to look up which size eyes I'm using for this project. I believe it was 12 millimeter in the pattern, but I'm not sure if that's the correct size for this. Maybe I will have to see which size I will use. If you use bigger eyes, it's often looking cuter, but don't overdo it, because if it's way too big, it won't fit the toy. So be gentle, but a little bit bigger is often cuter. But you have to test it out before sticking them stuck on the project. Can almost put in the eyes, and then I can start decreasing so the hat might be finished tonight. Jacket or a sweater, and in the pattern it has a blue striped sweater, but I think I'm going to make it red, a bit dark red, not flashy red. So but I'm very happy that Venusaur is that the leaves are finished and I can start on the face. And then I have to make the flower tree on his back, and then I think the prototype will be finished. Oh no, it has some bulbs of its legs, body, so I have to make some little bulbs of on the side, and I still have to do some details, but the body, the main body is finished. And I found my little square blanket and I'm going to extend it, but I'm not sure when and how. But I have to look if I still have some yarn from that color. So, but I found it, so that's good. When do you like to crochet? At night or when you have time, squeezing it in? I think I'm going to quit for today because I am getting a little bit tired. I have to insert the eyes, but I am doing that next time. So, bye.